Now, Zepto has shaken the quick commerce landscape yet again with a fresh $340 million top-up to take its total fundraising in 2024 to over $1 billion at a valuation of $5 billion. Now, the funding comes as the 3-year-old startup expands rapidly and prepares its balance sheet for a possible IPO with a realistic timeline of 2025 or 2026. Now, in an exclusive chat with Shereen Bhan, co-founder and CEO Aadit Palicha said that the sweet spot to hit the public markets will appear once the company starts to generate significant free cash flow. Listen into a slice of that conversation.
How IPO ready do you feel today? And you know, what are going to be the next sort of pieces that you focus on before you actually get ready to file the DRHP?
I honestly think it's just like a matter of, when do we see, the right sweet spot of, hey, we're inflecting, we think that we're going to get into, harvest significant amounts of, free cash flow in like a relatively short period of time. That's, I think, the right spot to go public. And look, it's a commercial strategic call. Yeah. I think that happens in, probably sooner than even I anticipated. Yeah. And, we're a fast company, so we take a call to go public, we'll go public very quickly. But yeah, I think 2026, potentially even late 2025 is a realistic timeline. And our focus would be build excellence and controls and make sure that you have a high, it's not about profitability today. Yeah. It's about, do you have, because, break-even-ish is not what people are betting on. They're betting on, can you generate 300, 400, 500 million dollars of free cash flow in like a reasonable period of time? And so once we see that inflection point, we'll say, that's the right time to go public.
I know you're doing the rounds of the investor conferences, Aadit, Goldman Sachs, Motilal Oswal. What are the questions that they're asking you? Are they excited about the anticipated IPO?
Look, I think, fortunately, there is excitement. I think, obviously the public guys have less detail on our bottoms-up numbers versus the private guys do. I think, one thing I'd say for sure is that, meeting the ecosystem 2021, when we were just getting started versus 2024, I feel like there's just a much deeper understanding of what quality internet companies look like and what bad internet companies look like. And the questions that are being asked are much deeper, right? So today you'll have discussions on, okay, if the atomic unit of your business is the store, what's the return on equity mechanics of the store? What's the return on equity mechanics of every customer that you're acquiring? What's the CLTV to CAC on that? So you're having really thoughtful, deep conversations, and we've really been excited about the way that public markets not just like understand our business, and I think obviously they're richly valuing this space, but it's not coming from just like some random thought process, right? It's actually coming from like an understanding of the mechanics of this business financially, but more importantly, the value for customers.
And a growing conviction in the fact that this business will actually work and take off, because that wasn't the case 2 years ago.
For sure. Look, I think I would say it's half the business model, but also half the execution, right? I think like folks are, there would have been a very real world 2 years ago when people had skepticism on this business model, and it would have failed. Like if we didn't execute, and it's not just Zepto, it's all the players in the space that did well. We've really just executed a very difficult business model, and we're getting rewarded for that.
In fact, you can catch excerpts of this exclusive interview with Aadit Palicha, the co-founder and CEO of Zepto, all day today, only on CNBC-TV18.